Okay.
Actually, scam, corporate espionage.
Outtakes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So welcome to the first episode of 2024.
Yeah.
This is our post-Christmas New Year's episode.
Yeah.
And James got a bunch of animals for Christmas.
Because that's all I really wanted to.
And his cool microphone and live on air because
that one was for you.
Because we're live on air right there. We're on air.
Yeah.
We're floating. We're weightless. We're live on air.
God. You can make yourself feel better if you want to, but
so I have chosen to start with, because I get to pick, because I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I saw a quote today that you should just think of photographers as ninjas.
Yeah, okay, that's a lie.
So this is we have decided that this is a Mohall bush baby.
I decided. I did the...
No, how we're going to pronounce it.
Oh, pronounce it.
Mohall, Mohol, Mohall bush baby. It's got really big eyes and a really big tail.
Yeah.
And a really big ears and a little tiny everything else.
What's interesting
So we're going to talk about what's a bush, like in general. Is it a mammal or is it a...
It is a mammal.
It's a mammal, okay.
Well, what do you think it's related to?
It could be my cousin.
It is a primate.
Oh, look at that.
Primate.
I'm related.
They are found in like southern Central Africa, so places like Zambia, Angola,
Namibia.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What he said.
So that kind of area. They live in rainforests at night, which is why they have the big eyes. They're nocturnal.
Where do they live during the day?
The same. Oh my God, Dad, shush.
They don't commute.
No, the animals don't. Whatever. Anyway, so they live in Mesics woodlands and the southern Afrotropics. So basically, that's just a fancy word. They live in rainforests, essentially.
Oh, rainforest. Okay. Yeah. So they like it hot and humid.
Mm-hmm. And they live in the trees and they hop around, and I believe they eat insects.
Oh, and nocturnal.
Yes.
That the big eyes.
Mm-hmm. And they hop around at night eating insects and tree gum.
So do they do like the finger and the...
No, that's an eye
bark thing. That's an eye.
Type of lemur.
That's how they get the bugs.
Bush babies are their own thing.
Okay.
Well, I specifically called this a Mohall bush baby. Bush babies are just kind of their own class of creatures called gallicos. Yes. So their genus... So, okay, Mohalls are in the genus Galago, which are lesser bush babies.
Okay.
Then all bush babies are in the family Galagidae. Then when you get into the suborder, I'm not pronouncing that. That's it. They're in the same suborder as like lemurs and putos and lorises. So basically, all the weird primates. They're one of the many weird primates. That's kind of like this weird subgroup that's separate from other primates.
Okay.
Basically, if it's not a monkey or an ape, it's gonna be in this suborder. Strepsirrhini, something like that.
Where is it?
Right there.
Strepsirrhini?
Yeah.
Strepsirrhini.
So, how big do you think this thing gets in real life?
I'm going to say about koala-sized.
Their head to body length is 6 inches with a tail of 9 inches. Yeah.
So
probably not much, like, I mean, larger.
A little bigger than this, but not terribly bigger than this.
Smaller than those stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is about 6 inches.
Yeah.
So
not much larger than the toy itself, actually.
Yeah. Wow, I would have thought they were much larger.
Nope.
And they live in trees.
Yeah.
And so they eat little insects.
Yeah. Or they might grab they can like grab a praying mantis and eat it or something.
Munch it down. Yeah. And I just you have to give me a minute because I really thought he was way bigger.
They also eat the gum of things like sweet thorn and umbrella thorn trees.
Oh, okay. And is this prehensile?
No.
This tail?
I don't think it is.
It's just for balance. It's like a squirrel tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do live in the trees. They will go on the ground in the winter to move from between gum trees.
Okay.
Even though it does get cold, but I don't think it's like as cold as like other creatures.
Wow, they're really that tiny. I mean, this tall.
Let's look at like the. I've been looking at the Wikipedia thing about just like this specific one. Let's go look at like the general Galagos. Let's see. Same thing. I don't think this species does, but I think some of the larger species will also eat things like frogs if they can grab them. Most animals that are carnivorous will eat anything they can fit in their mouths, to be honest.
So he's carnivorous. Well, I guess
And
insectivore. That's
yeah.
carnivorous technically. And when you say he'll eat a frog, I mean he'll eat a little. He's not going to get like a what's that?
No,
that
he's not
toad
grabbing
that-
an African bullfrog or a cane toad.
cane. That's
I mean,
what I was thinking of. Cane
They,
toad.
they don't
yeah.
live with cane toads. They live in Africa.
That probably for the best because cane toads might eat them.
Yeah. Oh, galgos can jump up like greater than 8 feet and 2 inches from branch to branch.
He's 6 inches tall.
I don't know if that specific species can, but in general. Oh, because that's on the Somali. Actually, yeah, no, yeah, it's something about that size. Yeah.
So are all bush babies this little? I mean,
I think
on
some
average?
of them get larger. Actually, no.
I mean, but-
well, okay, we're talking
Larger,
about lesser
but I
bush
mean-
babies. If we
okay.
go to like other bush babies and you get to like here, the brown greater galago.
okay.
This thing can get to like it's in centimeters. Okay. How
How many centimeters?
So the body is 32 centimeters.
Okay, that's your 6 inches or so.
Oh no, actually maybe not. Maybe all galagos are that small. I think they're all.
Yeah, isn't 30? Here, let me get a tape measure.
Well, what? I have to do math and science. This is crazy.
Let me not misquote centimeters here. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh god. Wow. Okay, what's a dwarf bush baby size? That's the same as that one. Okay. Oh, you want to know? We were talking about how they relate. Like your tail is like a squirrel. One species of galago is Mandaki squirrel galago. So there you go. Also, bush baby and galago is pretty much interchangeable.
How many centimeters in an inch? Yeah, 2.54 centimeters.
So if it's 32 centimeters,
How many inches is 32 centimeters?
12. Yeah, no. They
Oh,
can
about
go
a
bigger.
foot.
About
Okay,
a foot.
so-
Yeah. So some galagos are like a little bigger than this, and then some galagos are like their body itself is a foot, so they can get bigger.
Okay.
But
But I
this
mean,
specific-
6 inches to a foot. That's, I mean, we're
Yeah,
not
but-
talking like koala sized. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, koala is a little over 18 inches, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, but this species is one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
Now, the only thing I know off the top of my head about bush babies doesn't really have to do with bush babies. It has to do with chimpanzees.
Okay.
Because I learned, I mean, technically, okay, I don't have like a paper to back this up, but I
Okay.
heard it from somewhere. So
Okay.
I assume I didn't hear it from like a random place.
James fact. That's what we're going to call these. James fact.
Chimpanzees will take sticks
Yeah.
and stab bush babies out of trees and eat them.
They're like just a little fork. They're running around the forest with a little fork.
Yeah. Yeah, so not chimpanzees aren't evil, but like they're definitely ferocious predators.
Well, they're carnivores.
The omnivores, but yeah.
Omnivore. Yeah, omnivore.
Yeah.
So the bush babies don't really like the chimpanzees.
No, they don't.
Now, but they're these guys spend most of the time hiding up in a tree, and they're small.
Yeah.
So do they like just build a nest? Do they live in
I think
holes?
they live in tree holes.
In tree
because
holes,
I was
okay.
told the chimpanzees use the sticks to get them out of tree holes.
Oh, okay. So they live like in it, like an owl would or something.
Yeah.
In a hole.
Mhm, in
Okay.
a hole in a tree. Yeah.
So they find a hole and live in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I think
so
that's what we have. So
yeah, bush babies much smaller than I thought. Even
Mhm.
even the big ones. I guess I was thinking
Yeah.
maybe of the bigger ones that are a foot because they're almost koala sized.
You know what? Since you picked the first one
Yeah.
in my list, let's just go down the list until we get bored, I guess.
Okay. So bush baby can sit on my phone.
Now, you probably all noticed this one pretty early on.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh, and he's having a bad morning. He just threw a dinosaur on the floor, and now he's T-posing it.
Crap, where'd the circle go?
He's showing he's showing dominance.
There's the circle.
Now the squirrel has now hurled a dinosaur
And a cat.
and a cat off the table
Okay.
and is now T-posing
Back
them.
to science
to show
and not
dominance.
toy nonsense. All right. This is a northern flying squirrel.
So if he wants to go south, he has to go all the way around the world.
That's because they
Gonna leave
live
north.
in the boreal forests of Canada and down maybe into like temperate forests in like Wisconsin and even as far south as places like Tennessee and Utah. But their main part of their range is in Canada.
Yeah, it looks like those lower ones might have just been transplanted. There's just little spots
Yeah.
in the lower.
They live in conifer and mixed conifer forests.
And they leap from tree to
And
tree.
glide. Yes,
And glide. So they can't fly.
Yeah.
They're not like,
They just spread out their tail here.
That's their rudder.
here.
and their little parachute.
Yeah, and then
skin.
they just glide. They maneuver with great efficiency in the air, making 90-degree turns around obstacles if needed. So, like, they can make pretty sharp turns.
Wow. Oh, I didn't. You know what? You know what? I never really paid attention. It's like their tail is wide and
That's
flat
what I
too.
literally just said. That.
Well, but I'm saying I'm pointing that out because it's not standard bushy like a standard
Yeah.
squirrel tail. It's more of a rudder because it's flat.
Although graceful in flight, they are clumsy walkers. If they happen to be on the ground in the presence of danger, they would prefer to hide rather than escape.
Well, yeah, all this extra skin I think
Yeah.
would be awkward
So
to walk around with.
So yeah, they like to glide, but if they can't, then they'll just hide.
Now, but it's your stereotypical squirrel nut hoarder.
Actually, a major food source of these specifically is fungi and lichens.
Do all squirrels eat that though?
I don't know. I think it's special because they primarily seem to eat fungus and lichens.
Oh, okay.
But they will eat things like nuts,
Nuts and stuff.
and even like carrion and bird eggs if they come across them.
I guess if they spend most of their time up in a tree,
Yeah.
the nuts tend to fall to the ground.
Yeah.
So maybe they'd eat that kind of stuff.
And
Are
they
they
also-
omnivores or
They're omnivores,
they're omnivores?
technically.
Solely insects or something.
Yeah, they'll eat if they find one, but they won't
Tasty
will go out looking for them.
Okay.
The reason I also like this one is because I volunteered at Willowbrook Wildlife Center,
Yeah.
and they had a couple on what was a display. Now is just they keep them. Some that couldn't be released. They
good.
had a couple northern flying squirrels, and I think I saw them like once or twice, and it was cool to see them
Nice.
because they're nocturnal, obviously.
And
they're nocturnal, so
They're bigger than this. They're like normal squirrel sized.
Yeah, let's see. Where's your? Oh yeah, this is touchscreen. 10 to 15 inches in length.
Yeah, so normal squirrel size.
Yeah,
that's- yeah.
The only weird thing is the glidey part. And they can get up to 230 grams.
So that's a lot of skin. I mean, if they're
Yeah.
a foot tall, say,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of. Yeah, though I guess they would be awkward on the ground
Yeah.
because where does the skin go? It's like
Yeah, and they do spend a lot of times in trees. They live in like old woodpecker holes or kind of like the bush baby.
so not in like a squirrel dray, like a normal squirrel
No, they use tree holes.
in tree
yeah.
holes. Okay,
Also,
so that's our theme today: living in a hole.
also they've been seen gliding
that's
up to 45 meters and longer.
Wow.
So yeah, they can if they get high enough, they can go.
It probably depend on the winds and everything and
Yeah,
air currents and all.
but you won't see them because they are nocturnal. That's why you don't see them all. Like if you even live near them, you won't see them a lot. Is because they're nocturnal, unlike other squirrels, which tend to be more diurnal.
See, now I have living on a dream and the wind beneath my wings in my head
I have different
Because-
songs.
because of the squirrel.
I have like the Kratos falling meme, but like Dream On, I think it is.
And always the background narrative just
Mhm.
constantly looping. I have done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days.
I introduced this man to all the Meet the Team videos from TF2, and
That's the best line ever.
that's from the expiration date, like 15 minutes short. We're talking about animals, not Team
Nothing but
Fortress.
teleport bread for 3 days.
We're supposed to be talking about animals. That most people watching this probably won't even know what Team Fortress 2
So it's
is.
like you get home from work. How was your day? I have done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days.
Oh my god.
That was the day I had.
All right. Well, we should probably move on to the
Okay,
next animal.
so we're gonna move. We're done with T-posing squirrel
yeah.
and bush baby.
Now we're going to on an owl that certain ones are big enough to hunt deers.
What?
Yeah, eagle owls hunt deers. They're big enough. So
Like deer, like white-tailed deer,
yeah,
like
I don't know white-tailed. Well, it
Deer.
depends where they live. Eurasian eagle. Also, so technically identified this is specifically a pharaoh eagle owl, which is in like the deserts, like, like northern Africa and stuff. But I'm gonna probably start talking about the Eurasian eagle owl because
They're bigger than this.
oh wait,
because the deer aren't this
oh
small.
wait, it's the pharaoh a subspecies. Pharaoh might be a subspecies. Let's see. Is the pharaoh a subspecies? It might. I don't know. Oh, this isn't helpful. There's too many subspecies here. I've got to look some. Wait, I can just look here.
It can take down a deer.
Okay, so technically, this is supposed to be Eurasian eagle owl. I call it a pharaoh eagle owl because of its color schemes, but despite their habitat, I think pharaohs are slightly smaller.
And they take down a deer.
Okay, we'll get to that. I should have not started off with that because now.
If there are any deer in our audience, we would like to apologize for the potential carnage we're about to discuss of your species by a bird. I'm not quite sure.
Okay,
I mean,
so
does an eagle take down a deer?
Genus, so it's kind of like a leopard and a tiger kind of thing. But
Well, yeah, it takes down a deer.
okay, so pharaoh eagle owls can get body lengths of up to 20 inches.
That's it.
That's the pharaoh. The Eurasian eagle owl can get up to 30 inches length with a 6-foot 2-inch wingspan.
Okay, but so 30 inches body,
Uh-huh.
and he can take down a deer.
Um,
Like a John Deere?
The Eurasian eagle owl is among the larger birds of prey, smaller than a golden eagle, but larger than a snowy owl. The largest specimens of eagle owls have been having the same upper body mass, 10 pounds, as the larger fish owls. So yeah, they can get like 10 pounds.
You don't just mean like it can disconnect the fuel line on a John Deere. It can actually take down a deer. A 10-pound
I don't know if it's
6-foot
wingspan,
wingspan
but
bird
diet.
can take down a deer.
What the hell that just happened to my edge? Where's the oh, wow, this thing has a massive Wikipedia article. Jeez.
Well, the deer have probably formed
I
a
can't-
lobbying group
Where's the diet section?
and a propaganda arm of the Deerage Association Union of American Please Don't Eat
Oh,
Us
Gosh.
Associationism.
Okay, let's see. Description. Standard measurements. Other species. We talked about subspecies.
Pardon us while we investigate the potential deer carnage for this episode.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this thing that the Eurasian had a Wikipedia article the size of Timbuktu.
So, do you mean like a dick, the little deer?
Those are antelope, first of all.
Oh,
Does this thing article not talk about hunting? See, this is why you can't rely on Wikipedia, people.
yeah, don't rely on Wikipedia. Well, is he in one of these books? Or are these are bird books. He's got to be in here.
That book is not that descriptive. It's just kind of like, this is a bird, and it looks like
I thought you
this.
brought the one about every bird in the world.
I did. It's not like an in-depth analysis of every
Pardon
bird
me.
in the world.
Well, I take this elephant and this other thing,
Fox. It's a
fox,
fox.
put them over here,
Okay, that's it.
and then some more birds.
We're going on to just the actual end.
Here, wait. Okay, we're going to go to. I don't know why we look at Wikipedia. Books. This is your source, kids.
Yes, I've been using that for
This is-
redefining my animals.
See, look at that tangible. Somebody committed their words to
Eagle
to
owls
text.
are large
Willing to
enough to
stand
hunt
behind them.
things like foxes, ducks, and other species of owls. So they definitely hunt foxes.
That's not a deer.
I swear, I've heard. Okay, you know what?
Eagle owl.
Hunting deer.
What kind of eagle owl?
You're right. Oh. However, they don't hunt deer on a regular basis, but I believe they are large enough to take one down. If
Eurasian.
yes.
150.
That doesn't talk. Some owls, as horned owls, will hunt deer if they are hungry enough. Additionally, in some areas of the world, such as Alaska, which would be great horned owls, actually, owls have been known to kill deer more regularly. However, for the most part, owls do not hunt deer on a regular basis. But yes, things like great horned owls and eagle owls can take down a deer. if they
So,
try hard enough.
but basically, what you just read says that they will fly up to the deer and go, "I'm not hungry for you right now, but it could be."
Yeah, but
That's basically
yeah,
what's
but
gonna
like
happen.
eagle owls will consistently hunt things like foxes.
fox. Well, fox is littler. I mean,
But still, like
fox isn't. Foxes are tiny. I mean, compared to a deer.
also you have to think about the type of deer. Like they couldn't hunt an elk.
Well, no, I was thinking like a white-tailed.
I mean, they're not actually that big.
Well, I guess they're mostly leg.
Yeah, they
If you eliminate the leg,
yeah,
it's down to the torso.
but okay, let's go.
They're
back
kind
to
of like a very, very, very large rabbit.
yes, but this is supposed to be a Eurasian eagle owl, but I realized the colors aren't right. So looking at other colors inside, this is more of a pharaoh eagle owl, which are specifically from like northern Africa and the Middle East, and they live in like deserts and chaparral, which is like coastal scrub. But they're still about the same. They're slightly small, only 18 to 20 inches, but they're still pretty large birds. And obviously, they have a sandier color to help blend into the sand.
Blend in, yeah.
Yep.
And being that they're an owl, like all owls, they have ruffly, not
Yeah.
smooth-edged feathers, so
So
they fly quieter and
Silently, yeah.
silently.
And they can't blink or move their eyes. They have to move. They have to.
And if they eat a deer, then do they stand in their tree and up like
pellets. I don't think
deer
they
pellets?
don't eat the bones.
Oh, so not like mice
The
where they
reason
swallow
they
the.
eat the they just eat the mice whole and then they throw it like the,
Oh,
the
okay.
bones. But like a
So
deer,
you're not going to be walking through the woods and a deer skull boom
No.
hit you in the head because an owl went and just
they wouldn't fit.
recoed up a deer
Yeah.
head skull thing.
Also, owls, like the ferret eagle owl, will go into lifetime relationships for mating pairs.
That's the best way to do it.
Well, I mean, a lot of animals just kind of like breed and then go away, and then next year they breed again.
Well, like fish or something. Well, some fish are monogamous.
I think it's very specific fish.
Most fish aren't.
Most fish
aren't. But a lot of other animals are.
Yeah. Then some animals have harems.
It's way easier. You only have to remember one birthday, one anniversary,
Animals don't care
One
about that kind of stuff.
favorite food, one favorite vacation spot.
sorry
It's
for
way
the
easier. Just
research time, but yes, I do. Owls, large owls, even great horns to an extent can hunt deer.
well, great, or at least the word "great's" in there. Well, I guess eagles in this one.
They're
so-
all horned owls.
all horned
They're
owls.
all They're all very closely related. They're all in the genus.
So they're pretty strong.
Yeah, they're all in the genus Bubo. Bubo.
That just deer get shot and keep running through the woods. You understand?
Yeah.
But an owl, it's like, whoa, does that hunter
And
have
if
a
we're talking about
shotgun?
great-
No, he's got an owl. Oh, quick, run.
And if we're talking about great horned owls, I mean, they hunt things like skunks because they can't smell.
Oh,
and
that's true, yeah.
Porcupines because they just don't care. Like, deer is impressive, but porcupine,
I
that's something.
have had a conversation within 18 inches of a skunk.
Uh-huh.
I have pet a skunk.
Yeah.
I have had a conversation with a possum,
Uh-huh.
rabbits and stuff.
Yeah.
Raccoons? No.
I think they might do.
No. I will.
I think they will.
I will entertain a honey badger. I will not have a discussion with a coon at all, ever.
Mhm.
One moved into our attic. I sold the house.
Yeah. Great horned owls will hunt things like owls that are big enough will hunt raccoons.
Well, respect, man. Like the deer was impressive,
The porcupine.
but the porcupine, the deer, the porcupine, all very impressive. The raccoon, these are like the mafioso
Wait
of the
a minute.
bird family. What? Really?
Great horned owls will hunt geese, peregrine falcons, and herons.
I want a great horned owl. I want one to live in my neighborhood. Could one live in my neighborhood?
We do have one in our neighborhood.
Well, he needs to step up his goose game, man.
we don't really get goose in our subdivision.
Well, no, they go over on the edge of the
But
subdivision
yes,
to the lake.
Great Horn, they will hunt heron.
That's like I want to upgrade all of our.
I guess
I want to upgrade all our Cooper's hawks to red-tailed hawks
so they hunt rabbits.
because the rabbits sit in the backyard, looking at you like, "Why are you here disturbing my day? This is my yard.
Okay.
I don't know why you're here." We need an upgrade.
Oh,
is there a
Bubo's
trade-in
just
program?
Latin for owl. That's kind of fun.
Bubos.
The genus for like great horned owls and eagle owls is bubo.
Bubo.
Bubo is a bubo. Okay, I think we've done enough about the owl.
Okay, we've done enough about the
Owls
owl.
are impressive predators. Okay, that's what we like.
If you have a goose problem, find an owl.
Now,
Okay, that's a caracal?
serval.
Oh, serval. It's not a caracal. It's not a box of Snap, Crackle, Pop Rice Krispies. It's a serval. It will serve you.
Now, what do you think a serval hunts? Because we've been on that today about
Vermin-y things.
They also
rabbits
hunt
and
birds.
Oh, birds.
Guess how they do it?
They have a printing press and they make little formal invitations to dinner,
No.
and then they deliver them via gotta
So let's say it
go
walks up
elephant
on, like, guinea
truck
fowls.
delivery
I
guy.
think they will.
What was that show with the elephant truck delivery guy? Gotta go Jungle Junction. Elephant guy, he was the delivery guy, right? He delivers the invitations, and the birds are like, "Oh, this is so nice. We're gonna go have a very nice meal with this lovely
They
neighbor of
will
ours."
hunt. Well, they primarily hunt things like veil rats and hares and frogs.
I
they-
said rabbits.
They will hunt birds. What they do is they sit most of the stuff to 15 minutes, and when someone gets close enough, they will jump to catch it. How far do you think it will jump in the air straight to
catch a bird?
Yeah,
15 feet.
13 feet. But isn't that crazy? Imagine jumping 13 feet into the air when you're like maybe like a foot or two tall.
That would be like me jumping 13 feet into the air.
Servals are like 20 to 40 pounds, and they're 2 feet at the shoulder.
Okay, well, I'm not 20 to 40 pounds,
So
but I'm not much more than 2 feet at the
they
shoulder.
will jump over 12 times their own height.
Nice. If I could jump 12 times my own height, I could reach the top shelf in the kitchen.
That's pretty, yeah.
I could change light bulbs
And
without a ladder.
apparently, if they have to, they will even hunt things like flamingos, it said here.
Do they just like shrimp? They could bypass the middleman.
Oh my god. Yeah. Up to 90% prey animals weigh less than 7 pounds, 7.1 ounces, but they will occasionally hunt larger prey such as dukers, hares, flamingos, and young antelope.
7 ounces. They're
Yeah.
2 feet tall and they weigh 7 ounces.
No, they eat things that are 7
Oh, they eat
ounces.
things that are 7 ounces. Okay.
They eat veil rats. Also, 80 to 97% of their diet are veil rats, African grass rats, African pygmy mouses, and multi-mametate mice.
Oh, Mamet.
Yeah, things like the Angolian mamete mouse, the Awash mamete mouse, or Awash mastomes, the southern multi-mamete mouse. But yeah, so they do eat primarily rodents, but they can jump really high to catch birds if they have to. You know, that's more famous from caracals, which I think is what you were thinking about.
They can jump almost 3 times me.
Yeah.
That's not good. They can jump almost twice James.
Yeah, and they live in grasslands.
Actually, more than twice
you can probably
James.
tell they live in grasslands
More
like
than
wetlands because this is good camouflage for that.
They jump, yeah, more than twice him.
Mm-hmm.
So 1.5 Brennan
Also, I remember
or something.
Well, I wouldn't. Some people do keep these as pets, and one of them actually escaped. I was walking around Illinois. I don't know if they ever caught it or not, but I want to say it was maybe even near. I think it was like Peoria. There was
If I escaped a zoo, I wouldn't buy a train ticket to Illinois.
What?
If I escaped a zoo,
It did escape a zoo. It escaped someone's private care.
oh, so it didn't know any better because it could have gone to like Florida or
It was in Illinois. It
Carolinas
escaped in
or-
Illinois.
well, it should have bought a different train ticket because there's nicer, warmer places with more exotic birds. to eat.
Pimple and now it hurts. This is your fault.
It's all my fault because I'm short.
Anyway. Also, they will be hunted by things like hyenas and African wild dogs. So,
So they live in Africa.
But they will climb more than 30 feet to escape like African wild dogs. Climb, not jump.
Not jump.
They will climb.
But can they jump half of that, cling to the tree,
probably
then climb?
I wouldn't be surprised if they couldn't.
Oh, we were talking about mating with the thing. Mating? Do they live solitary like tigers? Do they live in?
They live solitary. So
most cats.
yeah, but like they'll raise young.
This is a good point. All of you cat owning people, you realize your cat lives alone. It does not care that you're there.
Yeah.
It does
the
not want you
is a
there.
solitary carnivore that's active both day and night.
Yeah, the cat has no. It doesn't care. It's if you run out of food and you fall into a deep enough sleep, food.
Also, apparently, there's been hybrids between it and domestic cats.
Mm. Well, I guess it's small enough. I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's. Also, they live in Africa, by the way. I kind of just.
You said they get chased by African dogs.
Yeah, so they live in the savannas of Africa. So
Okay.
All
right. Well, that's this guy.
Next up, we have the laughing kookaburra.
Kookaburra.
It is actually a species of kingfisher.
I knew that actually. Probably because you told me.
Yeah. Also,
Someday.
you can kind of tell.
They kind of look like a kingfisher.
But-
They're just not blue.
But they live in forests. Actually, they do have a little bit of blue on them, depending on the species. The certain species have a little bit of blue on them.
And they're about, well, you know what? They're about that big, right? I mean,
Yeah.
about that big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can get up to.
So comparison. This is my
females
head.
can get up with the.
I have a
larger
very
ones.
small head. This is James's head.
Okay. The females can get up to they're the slightly larger ones up to 16.4 ounces.
Oh, so pound.
Yeah, and they can get up to 19 inches long. So,
Okay.
They're a big little bird.
Okay.
The big little bird. I just said big little bird. They live in the forests around in Australia, on the eastern coast, which is mostly rainforest.
And there were some up in, I don't know if they're still there. Well, there's some at every zoo, but there were some up in Lake Forest. Wasn't that at the animal place in Lake Forest? Didn't he have some kookaburras?
He might have.
He had some kookaburras. And I think they're at Brookfield and Lincoln Park, and there's kookaburras in a lot of places.
I know they had one at Discovery Cove that we got to see. We did a little animal interaction.
Yeah.
We got to see them. Yes, but the males will have I think this is supposed to be a female. The males will have a bit of blue on the wing.
Mm. The males always have to dress more dapper.
Yeah. That's the display for females.
And what are they?
And the females are darker to camouflage when they're staying on the nest.
And what do they eat?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh, males
feeding.
Well, they're related to kingfishers.
But because they don't live near rivers, they'll eat more things like small mammals, large invertebrates. They will eat fish sometimes, but lizards,
mice, snakes, lizards,
frogs,
that kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, worms even.
And
they also can be found in Tasmania too.
Oh, nice. And you were talking male and female mate for life. Some birds do.
I don't.
Some birds don't.
It doesn't say that they do. I think it's more like a display, and then they mate, and then they go their separate ways.
Oh, they don't stay together?
Yeah.
Like ducks are like...
Sometimes the female will actually approach the male with a catch and offer it to him. So sometimes the females might woo the males.
Nice. Feminism in nature.
Yeah. Both parents incubate the eggs.
Okay.
So yeah, actually, it looks like the parents will work together to raise the chicks, but then after that, they might go their separate ways.
Interesting.
Oh no, they live in loose family groups. Okay.
Oh, so there's more that.
Yeah. So even the kids might stick with their parents for a while. The offspring helping their parents hunt and care for the next generation of offspring. So yeah.
Okay, so they do stay together.
Yeah, but
they
even the kids will stay with the adults sometimes.
Nice. Yeah, the kids take care of their parents so their parents can retire.
You should have more kids. I'm joking, don't. I'm fine as an only child. They also live dry eucalyptus forests, with koalas.
Oh, I was gonna say with koalas.
Yeah.
So they live by koalas. So koalas, kookaburras, is this the K area of the of the woods? Are all the animals organized alphabetically? The koalas and the kookaburras live together, and the
because there's other animals.
jaguars and the jaguarundi.
I think everything in Australia is just a K. Koalas, kangaroos, kookaburras, cassowaries, a C, but then there's emus. But they won the war. So
They won the war twice.
yeah. Whenever we talk about emus, we'll talk about the emu war. That is, yeah. Let's just say that we managed to lose the war to emus. So also, kookaburras, they laugh and they're really loud.
Yeah.
So in the 19th century, they were commonly called the laughing jackass.
Nice. I think I remember that from somewhere.
You're thinking of the penguins from Be
The jackass penguins. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
That's not a swear word. No dinging us on YouTube.
That's
It's the name of an animal.
but that's because they're named after donkeys specifically.
Donkeys?
Like
Named
the
after the donkey.
penguins sound like
Yeah.
a donkey. Yeah,
Yeah.
so and donkeys are called jackasses.
That was
but
my
some-
best. That was my best jackass right
Yeah.
there.
I don't know. That was funny. Okay. But yeah, I think that's what we have today about the kookaburra. Oh, also, these are all safari figures.
So pretty good representation. I mean,
Yeah.
decent representations.
Yeah. I mean, probably some of the best we'll get.
Have we ever talked about the Jaguarundi?
I don't have a toy of one. I don't think there is a toy or plush of one in existence.
That's depressing.
Okay, but now we're going to talk about what do you think this is?
I think that is a fox of some sort.
But what's
A
guess-
quilt work,
guess the
patchwork.
species?
Watercolor.
No, it's actually a red fox.
What?
It is a partially melanistic color variation of the red fox called the cross fox.
Nice.
So yeah, there are actually many color variations of red foxes. They have,
You know what? Animals have this figured out. They don't care what color the other animal is.
there's
They really
red,
don't care. They've got
there's
this
the
whole
normal
thing
red one.
figured out.
Smokey's like the rump and spine is brown or gray with light yellowish bands on the guard hairs. The cross on the shoulders is brown, rusty brown or reddish brown. The limbs are brown. This is a cross fox. There's blackest brown, silver, platinum, amber, and Samson. And then there's technically the possibility of albino. So yeah. And that's all just red foxes. Even though this type seems to primarily appear in places like Alaska and Canada is where these tend to be most common, but this is 30% of Canada's red fox population. But I do believe technically it's possible in any fox.
And really, a fox is a little bigger than this, not significantly. I mean, maybe twice this big. Maybe.
Let's see.
Foxes are not
They're
huge.
not that. No, they're not. And they're really not even a threat to you.
And then from there is coyote.
Which I mean, that's maybe like the size of all dogs. It's
Yeah,
smaller.
coyotes are smaller.
More like raven size.
Yeah, somewhere between.
Oh,
If you've ever met Maleficent and Huey, kind of in the
We
middle
have
there,
a husky
maybe.
named Raven.
Yeah.
It's not. We don't have a raven. That would be cool. We don't have
That
a raven.
But then, okay, so for all of you in Illinois who meet our dogs and go, "Oh, I saw a wolf in my backyard last night." No, you didn't. You saw a coyote.
You saw a coyote.
If you had seen a wolf, you would have been way more excited
Yeah.
because they're way bigger.
And they used to live here. They don't anymore. But I think they're
coming back,
They're
I
slowly
think.
moving
Yeah.
back south.
Yeah, trust. If
So-
you're talking about it just oh yeah, I saw it. That wasn't a wolf.
No.
No.
You would know if it's a wolf.
Yeah, that
Wolves
was a
have a
coyote.
presence. They
Yeah.
have. I can't really describe it, but they have a very unique face.
Yes. Yeah.
They have a presence.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you can go to the Great Lakes and be like, that's big. And then you go to the ocean
Yeah.
and you know it's bigger.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it's just an endless horizon both times. You can still
it's-
tell the ocean's bigger.
Yes, it's got a bigger presence.
Yeah.
It's
Wolves
just,
have a bigger presence than coyotes.
Yes.
Honestly, coyotes don't even
It's
really
like
have a big-
it's like the American falls and the Canadian falls.
Yeah, but that you can see it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you get to the bottom of the hill and you're looking at the hills, going, "Wow, that's cool," and the Bridal Veil one and all that, and then you turn and you're like, "Oh my god!" And then there's the Canadian fall. Yeah, that's kind of the coyote wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, so foxes, On average, adults measure 14 to 20 inches high at the shoulder and 18 to 35 inches in body length.
Yeah.
So we're talking not even 3 feet,
Yeah.
like almost 3 feet at most.
Yeah, and scrawny.
Yeah.
Scrawny.
The heaviest ones are like 13 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is like half the size of
It's like
Tucker.
an owl.
That's like half this.
Tucker's like 60 pounds.
Oh, I thought he was 70. We
Okay,
had,
but
we've
still,
had 70 pounds.
We've had 70. I think he's 60 something. So say
Yeah.
he's 60.
Yeah,
He's
half.
there a quarter.
Yeah, half.
I thought
30 is half.
Oh, I thought you said 13.
You said 30. Yeah, death,
I'm
moron.
sure he said 13.
The largest red fox on record was in Great Britain, 4 feet 7 inches and 38 pounds.
That's huge for a fox.
Yes,
That's
and that
enormous.
was killed because we just murder shit. I get that swear word. We need to stop killing things randomly. Killed in far north part of Scotland in early 2012. I was not pronouncing the Aberdeenshire.
Aberdeenshire.
I was actually pretty close.
Aberdeenshire.
Nice.
Aberdeenshire.
Yeah, so red fox. They primarily eat small animals, but they will eat things like berries if they have to. That's the important thing. An animal will eat something else if it has to.
It has, yeah, nothing.
Oh.
You can claim to be whatever you want. You can claim to be vegetarian. You can claim to be herbivore. You can claim to be insectivore. Get hungry enough,
Yeah.
it's going to kill it. It's going to eat it.
Even like horses,
Yeah,
if they or cows, if they see a baby chick, they're like free protein. They'll eat it.
yeah, they'll eat it. Yeah,
I've seen videos of tortoises ripping apart a carcass.
yeah.
Edge, the YouTuber I told you about.
Yeah.
He has one video that's like 15 minutes of carnivores eating plants. Another that's 15 minutes of herbivores eating meat.
Meat. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Armadillos. I think I want to say 3-lined armadillos. I'm not sure, 3-banded. In Argentina, I think that area,
Yeah.
like South America, have been like taking baby calves away from their moms and then digging into them and eating them.
Oh, jeez.
Like, yeah, and sheep too and stuff. So yeah,
Well, we just learned that owl will eat deer
yeah, and porcupine
and porcupines.
and geese
Geese.
and raccoons.
That's horrifying. Talk about gibbon mafia.
What eats raccoons? Because you're what?
Insane asylum escapees. There's nothing approaches a raccoon voluntarily.
Oh, this is 15 things raccoons like to eat.
Yeah,
They won't even acknowledge it.
yeah.
Okay, let's see what will eat raccoons. According to this website, which AZ Animals, okay, they might not be exactly accurate, but okay, alligators, that makes sense. Bears, okay. Bobcats,
Aren't raccoons a member of the bear
Cougars.
family or something?
no. I think they're relatively related, but no, coyotes, dogs, eagles, owls, snakes, but we're talking like an invasive python. We're not
Yeah,
talking
big,
about-
big. Yeah,
and then wolves. So basically any large-ish predator.
except humans. We just flee in terror and scream.
We use hunting dogs, actually. We use hunting
Yeah,
dogs.
we're like-
push a raccoon up a tree and then we shoot it, I think. So yeah.
We shoot the raccoon, the tree, yeah, just until we're out of bullets.
All right. All right. So now let's talk about another type of fox.
Another type
that's
of fox.
Not actually a fox. This is a gray-headed flying fox, which is a type of bat.
It's just about life size,
Maybe, or it's small.
or it's smaller.
Wingspan up to 3 feet 3
Oh,
inches.
this is not 3 feet.
Yes.
This is.
Think about
that's
that.
probably not even 2 feet.
Yes,
It's
they
probably
live,
about 2 feet.
Also, they
So another
they
foot.
live in like the same places like the kookaburras. Like we're talking western, eastern, southern forests of Australia. But yeah, 3 foot wingspan for a bat. Does that not disturb you? A bat with a 3 foot wings, a 3 foot 3 inch.
Wingspans don't bother me.
2.2 pounds.
Yeah, see, it's like a little rat with 3 foot wingspan.
Okay, pal. They
Okay,
live in
pal.
like rainforest, woodlands,
fruit.
swamps. They eat fruit and nectar.
Isn't that what you get from fruit?
No, but look.
Nice. Oh, he's got a long.
Yeah, he's licking the nectar off the flower. Yeah. So that also means that this bat and others act as pollinators.
Oh,
So
nice.
Be nice to if you're nice to bees, you have to be nice to.
You know what?
bats now.
You want bats in your backyard. They eat mosquitoes.
These don't.
Well, no, but the bats around us do.
Yes.
The bats around us
little
eat
brown bats
mosquitoes.
we have eat mosquitoes.
So
Yeah.
you want bats. If you're-
Possums also eat mosquitoes.
oh, and ticks.
Yes.
Ticks.
A possum can eat like
yeah. You want possum and bat in your backyard.
possum tick consumption.
Yeah.
How many? It's like a ton of ticks or something.
Yeah, they eat a lot of them.
In fact, possums can eliminate up to 95% of ticks from the immediate environment.
Yeah, you want a possum
That adds up to 5,000 ticks per season.
and a bat colony.
A bat colony will really help with the mosquitoes, yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But yeah,
you see them
these guys-
flitting around.
These guys eat fruits and stuff. Also, they're more diurnal. They act like larger bats fly around during the day, not at night.
At night.
Also, they eat like fruit and stuff.
Oh.
They are protected.
Yeah, why would you kill a bat? What's it going to do to you?
Rude.
It's just going to eat fruit and mosquitoes.
Well, this is a bat rescue, and they like cuddle up the little.
Oh,
babies
they got them all
right now.
swaddled.
Oh, that's
It's adorable.
Yeah, wildlife rescue. So yeah, they're all vulnerable, but they are being protected. So
Nice.
I think in 2021 it did drop to vulnerable from like least concern or something. So I think.
And this shows these particular bats on the far eastern coast of Australia.
Yes.
Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, flying foxes are usually like Australia, Indonesia, Asia. We don't really
Gotcha.
get large bats around here like that.
Okay.
And then vampire bats are South America.
Yeah. And
But-
vampire bats, it's like cows that they go. right?
Cows and seals.
And seals and stuff. They don't come in the night and have spookily swirly eyes
Yeah.
and
And
turn you
also,
into
they
vampires.
just drink a bit of blood. Unless it's like a bunch of them feed from the same young seal, they won't kill it.
Yeah. They're just having a taste.
Yeah.
It's like donating blood.
Yeah. Unwillingly donate.
Unwillingly.
Non-consensual blood donation.
Although they must inject like the stuff that mosquitoes do
I think they do.
so that you don't like swat them off. What is that
Yeah.
stuff? Mosquitoes put something in so that it doesn't itch till later.
Yeah. Checked when they bite. It's their saliva.
Well, the saliva, but it's like a temporary don't itch or smack me.
Inject saliva and anti-coagulating.
Anticoagulating, yeah.
So that way they can drink it.
Yeah.
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 Do vampire bats exist? Oh, vampires exist. I thought I was talking about vampire bats. Vampire bats exist.
Thank you, Google.
I hate Google. Vampire bats have special saliva. Let's do that. Yes, they have special saliva. Vampire bat saliva contains an enzyme called DSPA, which is better at keeping blood from clotting than any known medicine. So again, like people are studying spider silk to see if we can make construction materials out of it. The axolotls can regrow their limbs, so we're studying those to see if we can, do that with us. Bats have the saliva that's a good anticoagulant. Horseshoe crabs, I think we have something better now, but they have like their blood's really good for something.
Cancer or something, isn't it?
I don't think it's cancer.
Or was it diabetes? Something.
It was something.
Yeah.
But
There's some little animal that can't get cancer.
Oh, naked mole rats.
Naked mole rats. That's the
Also,
one,
despite being a rodent, they can live for 30 years.
yeah.
But they're look old and wrinkly all the time.
That's the cure for
Also,
cancer.
God, I watched a TED Ed video about them, and because the female will pick a couple males to breed with because they have a queen, and they drew it up and made a little animation of like one mole rat opened the door and like she's like in like one of those like BSM outfits and she's like whipping one of the males, and I'm like, oh my god. Naked mole rats are crazy. They don't actually do that.
They don't actually do that.
But it was funny.
They don't even know how to draw cartoons.
Yes, because that's what I was concerned about. All right, so I think that's us having discussed the
the bat.
bat.
The bat guy. We'll put him back here.
So the last animal I specifically got on Christmas was the Borneo elephant.
Oh,
a
this guy.
subspecies of the Asian elephant.
Now this, okay, so we should say, no, wait a minute. You adopted this guy, one of these,
I adopted this,
and you
this,
adopted
the
one of these
fox,
somewhere,
and the honey badger I left it.
and the honey badger. So
Because-
these are all adopted at somewhere.
Yeah, basically, I'm donating money to the Wildlife Foundation. I think it's the WWF. Yeah, World Wildlife Foundation.
So an elephant gets a bag of peanuts from Petey.
I don't think they specifically eat peanuts, Dad.
Well, whatever he eats, a bag of.
Yeah, but this is
Tacos.
specifically a Bornean elephant, which means it's an Asian elephant specifically from the island of Borneo.
And he's Asian because he has these little teeny ears.
Yes, because they don't need the big ears to reduce heat like African elephants do. Yeah, they live in like forests, even in mountains to a certain extent.
So our Bornean, because Asian elephants are typically, well, are always, I guess, but typically smaller than African elephants. Are Borneos on the small side of Asian elephants, or Borneoians?
They can live 60 to 75 years. They are threatened by like habitat loss and stuff, so we need to save the habitats. Palm oil farming. They cut down massive swaths of forest to grow palm oil, which isn't even the most efficient way to do it anymore. I think we found better alternatives at this point. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's just look at the general thing. So the subspecies are Bornean, Sumatran, Indian, and Sri Lankan. I'm going to assume Indian is the largest because they're the ones that live on the mainland. Oh, one of 3 recognized extant subspecies. Well, then why did it list 4 in Wikipedia? Why do you...
Because it's Wikipedia.
That's fair, yeah.
What?
Oh, the Borneo is a potential subspecies, but
Oh.
Wildlife Foundation recognizes it, so Pikachu, you.
So it's kind of...
Subspecies are really complicated
Yeah.
to talk about. And then also, it also is kind of misleading because subspecies are more like regional variant.
Yeah, there's not always enough
Well, like, you can
variants to
breed
really
it too.
scientifically declare it.
Yeah.
It's just that this population lives somewhere.
Yeah.
Or
But then
yeah.
genus is like, oh, that's different. Not really.
Yeah.
Like the same genus, which is only the next step up. And they have the same first part of their scientific name. Lions and tigers and leopards are all in Panthera.
And bears. Oh, my.
No, not bears.
No,
But like
lions and tigers and bears. Oh, never mind.
Lions and tigers, they're both in Panthera.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
but it's crazy too, because like when we think about fossils, we're always like, oh, they all look kind of the same. But think about it. Lions and tigers have almost identical skeletons.
Yeah.
And yet they do not look almost anything
Yeah,
like
they're
each
very
other.
different. You don't mistake one for the other.
Yeah, you don't. So yeah, but then again, they can breed,
And they
but they
even-
can't make fertile offspring.
But they also live completely different lives.
Yes.
One's very solitary. One's very social. one's-
Tigers like water, lions don't.
Yeah.
Tigers sometimes tigers don't climb trees, lions sometimes do.
Yeah.
Tigers live in like forests and wetlands. Lions live in like savannas.
Yeah. That reminds me.
Lions are very sexually dimorphic with their manes for males.
Yeah.
While tigers is really just the size is the only difference.
So we have to do some African animals here and see if some are still in town. We're trying to have a special guest who's actually been to Africa and been eaten by a lion. No, she hasn't been. Don't tell her. She hasn't been eaten by a lion. But she did go to Africa and she's seen all these animals and was like
And she
right
got
next
me
to
a
them.
cool bird.
And she got
Figure.
Petey a very cool bird.
Bring that. I
A
believe.
Franklin?
A crested Franklin.
Crested Franklin. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna ask her if she would come in and talk about some of the animals and what she did to not be eaten by them. Because her mom gets very upset when I say that she was eaten by a lion.
In the
and escaped.
safari vehicle, to be honest, because that's what they are used to. Okay. Now, when did I have the random idea?
So what are this looks like a...
That's just a goose, man. But we're not doing the goose yet.
Wait.
Put the goose down.
It's not pooping. It
Put
can't be
the
a goose.
goose down. We're not doing
Geese
goose
are
next.
constantly pooping.
We're doing a dinosaur.
Oh, we're doing a dinosaur next. Hang
Well,
on.
technically birds are dinosaurs, but that's no point. This is Gastonia.
This
Also,
Gastonia.
this is actually a Schleich figure.
This is a moose. This is not a moose.
Also, it's funny because like when I, what the fuck?
Hey!
What is going on with my computer?
Oh, it's a computer.
You can cut that part out, okay? No, you can.
More editing for Dad.
Oh, you like editing, Charge. This is Gastonia, the dinosaur, not like one of the 3 towns in America. This is a dinosaur, Gastonia. Guess where it's from?
Gastonia.
Nope.
Is it from one of the stands?
It's from Utah.
Oh, I thought it was from one of the stands.
No, it's from Utah.
There's a lot of things are from the stands.
It's from this lower Cedar Mountain Formation in Yellow Cant Quarry, Grant County, eastern Utah.
That's a long name. Were they making up for the fact that it's just Utah? So they just make all the other names in Utah really long to compensate? Is that like compensation? Is that somebody compensating for something?
But this guy lived alongside Utah Raptor, if you know about that large raptorid.
That large raptorid.
Don't use the episode of Jurassic Fight Club. Don't use any episode of Jurassic Fight Club, but specifically that one to think about Gastonia, because that one is like, it uses its tail spikes like scissors to cut the leg of Utah Raptor. It's
Wait.
like, no.
What's Jurassic Fight Club?
It's a really bad History Channel show.
Oh.
That's just about dinosaurs fighting.
Oh.
And we got things like T-Rex having bacteria in its teeth, which they proved that was kind of like a fringe theory. Has Nanotyrannus, which despite the fact that like last week a paper literally just came out that's like it might be a thing. No, Nanotyrannus is not a thing. That paper is not, and everyone likes it. Stop with the Nanotyrannus. It's gone. We lost it. Okay, it's over.
Now there's going to be some little Nanotyrannus running around going, I got it!
Jurassic Fight Club called Majungasaurus Majungatholus, which is an outdated name even when the show came out.
Oh, what was that other one?
It had Allosaurus, a whole episode of Allosaurus murdering Ceratosaurus for no reason.
Who was the guy? Not penguins, but the dinosaur one.
Oh, it wasn't dinosaurs. It was Morgan Freeman.
Oh, Morgan Freeman, yeah.
So this was a different documentary. Came out a few months ago, Life on Our Planet.
Yeah.
First of all, that one's kind of a flawed show because it really focuses on dynasties and like reptiles overtake amphibians. But like, there's still amphibians around. They're not inferior. Yeah. They just have a different niche. But whatever. Anyway, he was like, so a whole episode was kind of focusing on cephalopods because that they were the top predator for a while, and they're still very impressive today. Like octopuses are amazing. Like if there is an alien, it's octopuses. I mean, they're not, but like if there was one animal, it would be them. But yeah, he called them cephalopods.
Cephalopods
for the entire episode.
Cephalopods. Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck is a cephalopod? But yeah, anyway, back to dinosaurs. This is Gastonia. This is not an Ankylosaurus.
It's not?
And it's not even that close. It is in the suborder Ankylosauria. However, it's specifically a nodosaur. And you can tell because it doesn't have a club on the end of its tail. Usually nodosaurs don't, while Ankylosaurs do.
Looks like he just snapped it off.
No. Also, nodosaurs... Also, I personally noticed nodosaurs tend to have more spikes, while ankylosaurs tend to just have more armor. You know, I mean, this guy still has armor on him.
Yeah.
In my opinion, from what I've seen, nodosaurs tend to be more spiky, which is a defense mechanism and probably a display mechanism as well.
Herbivore.
Also, yes, herbivore. And also, almost the reason I call all of them folivores is because grass didn't exist until 3 million years ago or something.
So they were eating leaves.
Yes, because grass didn't exist until a couple million years ago.
And were there a lot of deciduous leaves at the time, or were they mostly conifers?
I think it was more conifers.
Conifers.
Yeah. Also, we can see.
Although fern, would a fern be called deciduous?
I think ferns are conifer. I don't know.
Conifer.
Ferns are ferns. Ferns are
ferns.
Ferns are ferns. Yeah.
It's a fern.
Also, Gastonia could get about 5 to 6 meters long and up to 1.9 tons.
Nice.
So they're heavy guys.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're not super tall or anything. If you're looking at this picture, they're like half the height of a human, but stout. Yeah.
Short and stout.
Yeah. But these are cool because they have the armor.
Yeah.
Also, they're discovered in a formation with other animals, so we can kind of know like the paleofauna of the area.
Nice.
You got other things like ornithomimids, you got the large Utah raptor, you got sauropods. So it's cool.
Hey, you know what I just realized? I
What?
bet the pictures we've been taking of your animals, as long as I don't show the brand name, I can put them in our Shutterstock offerings. I bet you.
Oh, okay. Or you can think about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so just like don't do that. Don't be like
Don't.
Schleich. I mean, this is a Schleich didn't Schleich's had okay models, but some of their recent like dinosaurs, it depends. Some of them are kind of but like this is a good one. I
Yeah.
really like this one.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, so speaking of, so for resources, okay, so let's do a quick,
okay,
if we finish those before we do those last two birds. So,
we have
so-
we have 4 birds.
okay, so we'll do the birds in a minute. So, books, kids, read books.
Yeah.
So, this book we just found, and it weighs 784 pounds.
Yeah.
And I don't know why there's a wrinkly back here.
Uh.
But anyway, so it's got
Like
like every dinosaur ever.
that up to a point.
Up
I
to when
couldn't
it's
find
published.
Meraxes in it, but like that's one dinosaur they missed.
But it also has where's the
also no. A lot of dinosaurs, it has like at least a listing sometimes with an essential fact, but then certain species also get like a special page.
but then there's the like currently being researched or
Like
something.
these are like the fragmentary dinosaurs.
Oh, so if they found like a tibia or something
Yeah.
and they're not quite sure, but they think it's some, then this is that. So it's not
Which
that
is-
there's a lot of detail, but it's a good.
Which is mostly sauropods because sauropods go from
Yeah.
page 602, like just fragmentary ones, all the way. So 602 to like page 648.
So things that a lot of the scholarly books that we have,
yeah.
something has to be decided and definitive, and then you'll
Yeah.
get great DTD.
Or they'll just say like one of these things without actually explaining.
Yes, but this is just a good kind of reference
Yeah.
of what's currently being looked at, and,
Yeah, and then it
the
even
real
has-
the established ones, but also kind of what's currently going on.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
it
kind
even
of
has a list of good museums.
yeah, and
including
information about
Memorial
them.
Field Museum.
So this is
And
what is-
then also
oh.
a couple paleontologists are actually in the back.
Oh, nice.
It has some good, and no Jack Horner because we don't like him. Yeah,
Yeah,
got some good.
We decided he was creepy
Yeah,
multiple ways last time. So but this is called Dinosaur World, illustrated by Julius Casatny,
yeah,
written by Evan Johnson Ransom. Over 1,200 amazing dinosaurs, famous fossils, and the latest discoveries from the prehistoric era. So it's just kind of a cool little compendium of
now
stuff, like quick
there
little
are a
reference
couple things.
thing.
It doesn't list their full scientific name. It has a name meaning.
Yeah.
And it doesn't include different species of the same genus, but like that's really nitpicky. This is still very good. I mean, it has recent things like Stegosaurus.
Yeah, so it's a nice. And when was it published? Because it's
2023.
2023, so it's pretty current.
Yeah.
It's got so it's just kind of an interesting.
Yeah.
Reference
and the
piece.
artwork's very good.
Yeah,
None of it's like horribly speculative or inaccurate or anything. Dinosaurs that need feathers have feathers. Dinosaurs that might not necessarily have them don't have them.
so it's a nice quick reference to kind
Like
of get you.
Adult Tarbosaurus, like it
Yeah.
has a fuzz. 'Cause
Yeah.
it probably would have a fuzz, but it's not like fully feathered or anything.
So that was a cool reference, and then for birds, the complete birds of the world, every species illustrated, and this is let's see,
And they're
from
organized,
Princeton
Yeah.
Press.
and they're organized by like group. So like here's macaws.
Yeah, so
Here's
and just a
macaws
little-
and parrots.
little bit about.
Here's like some warblers.
So kind of like, what did you say? Your Audubon book that's organized by like color and pattern. So even if you
Yeah.
don't know the name of the bird, you can kind of use this that way. There's a couple bird reference books where it's like, oh, this bird has, white and black feathers, and it was
Well, this one's
this
just
type
like,
of wing
like
or whatever.
species.
But you could, but it's kind of visual too.
Yeah.
So you can.
Also,
there's a couple different ways.
We
to
got
say-
cocks of the rocks.
Cocks to the rocks.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Petey's favorite bird.
Because I've got to feed these in person before they're ready.
Yeah, they're very cool. They are very
Also,
cool.
these ones can be gay.
Okay.
I just like saying that because people are like, animals aren't gay. I'm like, this really quirky bird from South America called the cock of the rock. No offense, he kind of walked into that one to be honest. But yeah,
So we said we were going to start listing some resources, and as much as for the spur of the moment, Wikipedia, but we've said, look, you got to find other sources. So there's a lot of scholarly books, and maybe we'll bring some of those in next time.
Yeah.
But stuff like this is nice for just. It's a very little bit, tiny bit about each. It just kind of gives you a starting point, but a good reference.
Yeah. Also,
one place to go looking.
Physical description.
Yeah.
Call description, like habitat, like arboreal.
Yeah.
And then where it lives.
Yeah.
Oh, habitat specifically too. Yeah. And also flocks. Like, is it a group animal? Wait, is it 16? I think 16. Look, that's number 16. It's
monk
blue,
parakeet.
but not blue because they're not supposed to be blue. Your bird's an abomination.
So things like this are nice reference pieces to at least figure out what you're looking at.
Recording time yet?
And then from there, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then to dig deeper from there and some of the other resources.
Yeah.
But these are very nice reference. Ooh, excuse me.
Excuse you, princess.
Very nice reference pieces.
Yeah.
All right. So that was those. Okay.
And I actually used that book to identify this bird.
Okay.
Because this was in a pack. The only reason I bought this pack was because it had an Andean condor in it, which is a bird I didn't have yet.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But it also gave me this kind of genetic falcon. But I'm like, I don't know what this is. And after doing a bunch of research with that book and a little bit online, I identified it as specifically the dark morph of Eleanor's falcon. Eleanor's falcon.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
What's it named after? It's not going to tell me. Okay. I don't know why it's called that. But the English name commemorates Eleanor of Arborea, who was one of the most powerful, important, and one of the last judges of the judgingdom of Arborea in Sardinia. And Sardinia's most famous heroine.
There you go.
Italian? Okay. Oh, yeah. You can't say that. That's a slur.
I can because I am.
Okay. I still think that's weird.
It's just part of our history.
Yeah. I identify this as Eleanor's falcon, which is a small falcon from the Hobby Group. I don't know why it's called. They're small falcons. Don't ask me why they call the Hobby Group. And they live in like the Mediterranean, so like Italy, Cyprus, stuff like that. And then they migrate to Madagascar sometimes. So they winter in Madagascar, and then they breed in the summer in like Italy and the Mediterranean.
Nice.
And they eat things like insects and maybe small birds because they're a pretty small falcon.
And depending on which region of Italy they're in, could be pasta.
Okay.
Could be meat.
But that's because
could be lots of sauce. Could be a little bit of gravy.
Only like 34-inch wingspans. So I mean,
well, it's almost 3 feet.
Yeah, but their body length's 14, 17 inches long. Mm-hmm. So I mean, there's
wingspans sometimes are really disproportionate to body.
Yeah, I mean, even like especially look at a condor.
Yeah,
because condors glide.
Yeah,
huge wings.
Yeah, that's what I say. Wingspan. I mean, it's impressive and all, but it's not. Yeah. That doesn't make the bird.
Also, to note, these things like cypress and stuff, they do actually like the coast a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were talking.
So they're very fuel efficient. They coast.
But also fuel efficient is the Andean condor, one of the largest, heavier birds on the planet, tied with the marabou stork. But 33 pounds.
Marabou? Like Marabou Barbie?
No.
Like, that was Malibu Barbie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have Barbie.
But yeah, this thing can get to 33 pounds and have a 10-foot, 10-inch wingspan. One of the largest flying birds.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that at Brookfield? Yes, I think they have the big display.
Yeah. They're a primary scavenger, feeding on carrion of like deer and cattle, but they will eat seals if they're near the coast.
Crashing into the ground.
You know. But yeah, these guys live in the Andean mountains, hence why they're called Andean condors. Would you look at that? And condors are just vultures, to be honest. I think they're specifically
big like monster
of vultures. Large large New World vultures.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just go around and scavenge. But yeah, isn't that cool? Oh god, I just remembered. Okay, we watched Grand Tour, and they did one time in South America. Remember, they seen the animals, and they couldn't find an actual condor, but they found a dead one. I don't know if it was maybe it was a different animal, but they're just close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
That was just funny. Yeah, but they can get up to like 16,400 feet for their nests because they are mountain birds. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they use like the big airways in the mountains to glide around.
That's crazy.
They wait for like a cougar to make a kill, or well, down there it's probably called a puma, and then they go in and eat. Yeah. So yeah,
Cool.
I spent $9 for these two, a useless book, and then like a couple other minis.
Useless
But yeah, these definitely made it worth it. Andean Condor and Eleanor's Falcon.
You paid more just to buy those separate, so it was probably a good deal.
Yeah, because like a normal toy of this like $7.
Yeah.
So.
So
Yeah, so the only things we have left are some pretty common native birds. So
native to Illinois
Illinois and North America.
and North America.
Like Eastern
yeah.
North America, at least in general. Well, these guys can even be found like New Zealand as invasives. This is the Canadian goose.
This is a goose. You know, everybody says, what do people in China call Chinese food? They just call it food. So I asked Steve, well, what do y'all call Canadian geese? He said, pests.
That's bruh. Yeah, so Canadian goose are from Canada and North America, but they are invasive in places like Eurasia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're invasive in New Zealand.
They're invasive on Earth.
Yeah, they've actually reached Northern Europe naturally. So they are invasive, but they kind of just got them themselves. That wasn't humans. One time it wasn't humans.
They're the advanced invasion of an alien species. They're just gonna.
But yeah, the reason they do this because they're very territorial of their nests.
Yes,
and
they are.
They also have like teeth, kind of like teeth-like things on their tongues. And
Yeah.
they're big. They
Yeah.
have their beaks. They can be dangerous. But as long as you keep your distance and leave them alone, they should be fine.
If you walk too close to your nest, you need to be 7'4", built like a bull moose, and have a purse the size of a small pickup truck.
Yes.
It's the only way you're going to win.
Uh-huh.
And
But
you need to know how to
despite-
use the purse in battle.
Yeah. Despite this, they're primarily herbivores. They sometimes will eat small insects and fish, but they mainly eat like grasses and grains. And
They eat grasses. Oh, I guess in waterfowl usually typically
Yeah.
eat grasses and stuff.
grasses, grains.
I guess I never really thought about what they ate.
beans,
Well, that explains all the pooping.
wheat, rice, corn when available, even seaweed and algae.
I know. I guess I never really thought about what they ate because
Yeah.
I always just see the end result.
Yeah.
Never identifiable.
But like a lot of them have learned. They used to they migratory birds, but a lot of them don't have to migrate anymore because like if they live in a zoo in a really populated area, or they'll pick apart like cornfields in the winter. So
Or if they live in Brookside next to a cornfield.
we don't really get them in our subdivision. We don't.
That's true. They go in the cornfield and they go in the pond.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it's because there's not a good landing spot.
That's true. They never get cleared for
The
landing.
only thing we get
Tower
are, like,
never clears
small
them.
birds, Cooper's hawk, and I've seen crane. I saw 2 cranes
Yeah.
in Sandhills, but not up high. They were like just above the houses. I saw them
Yeah.
flying out of our subdivision to Caden Farm. But
Yeah.
yeah, so and that was really cool. I saw
Yeah.
that. Which was good because I was already home from band, and band was not fun. So that was probably good.
We do get a lot of sandhill cranes
Yes.
up in Darien.
Mhm.
I think that they follow I-55.
I don't think they follow I-55, Dad. They
Or-
they have a natural compass.
Or 88.
Yeah. Also, you want to know how long geese live?
How long do you
10 to 24 years, with the record being 31.
They are very loyal birds, I will tell you that. If a bird can't fly, another goose will stay with it.
Known predators are coyotes, arctic foxes, red foxes, large gulls, common ravens, American crows, bears, and northern raccoons.
I love raccoons now.
So yeah, raccoon versus goose, like the ultimate battle of the very dangerous Eastern North American animal that you wouldn't think is dangerous at a first glance.
You could sell tickets. You could run book on that.
Oh,
Raccoon versus
sorry.
goose.
Those are the eggs and goslings, not the adult.
Even a
Adults-
raccoon won't attack an adult goose.
Adults are eagles, owls, other birds of prey that can basically
Yeah.
jump on them,
Yeah,
and the
raptors.
wolves.
And wolves, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So even a raccoon won't stick around with a goose.
Or
Yeah, look at that.
apparently not even bears. I mean, I think they would, but like,
A
yeah.
bear's like, I'm out, dude. It's all yours. Think I'm gonna have some pork tonight.
Oh, coyotes will also actually hunt adults. So yeah, canines and birds of prey are.
You see the raccoon walking over. Oh, you got an infestation in your yard? What do you got? I'll take care of it for you. Well, I got me there like 2 geese. Yeah, what? I got geese. Yeah, you know what? I just remember I got somewhere I got to be. I gotta go. That's my wife calling. Gotta go. And that's the kids. They need me to sign something for school tomorrow. Maybe you go talk to a bear or something because I got things to do. That's pretty much, yeah.
So
That's intense.
after that, let's end off with the bird,
The bird.
northern cardinal.
Northern cardinal. Very territorial.
Yes.
Although I got to tell you, from photographing these guys for so many years, I can tell you, the females scared of nothing. The little babies, just out the Napoleon syndrome, big time Napoleon syndrome. The males, they need to drink decaf.
No.
They are twitchy
Okay.
when they're protecting the females. If a female comes down to eat out of the feeder, the male is like, the whole time he's like this, and she's like, "Would you just eat? What are you doing?" What? No.
Also,
did you see that blade of grass?
they're actually considered granivores because they eat so many seeds, but they also will eat insects and fruit.
So they're very, very territorial of declaring their territory.
Yes.
But man, do they protect their women? Whoa.
But
they are
live in
intense,
woodlands,
ferocious.
gardens, shrublands, wetlands in North America, and even a couple islands like where they've been introduced, like Hawaii and Bermuda.
Yeah. They are cool. The little ones, though, are like, "You want to fight? I'll fight you. Go here. You want to fight? I'll fight you."
Well, also with the males, I remember you used to struggle getting pictures.
Yeah.
And we would say this because I think we were saying it was my mom's dad.
Yeah.
Was reincarnated
Yeah.
as a cardinal and messing with you.
Yes. Yes.
So you couldn't get the picture.
But the females will be in the feeder, and you walk out there, and the male is like, oh my god, where is everybody? Count your toes, count your feathers, count your wings, count
you
your
want to know why
and the
babies-
female will look at you like, "Did you want a nut? Because I get you a nut."
You want to know
want a
why
nut?
the babies are so brave?
Why?
It's because they poop their poop in tough mucus sacs that then the adults just pick up and throw out the nest.
We find all kinds of little poop sacks on top of our grill. All the birds take their poop sacks out of the nest, set them on top of the grill. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I love this sentence. The northern cardinal is a territorial songbird.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, they'll even eat cicada. Don't tell mom they eat cicadas. But 90% of it is weed, seeds, grains, and fruits.
Yeah.
But they will eat snails, insects, beetles, cicadas, grasshoppers, and the young actually almost entirely eat insects.
Hmm.
Other common items are corn, oats, sunflower seeds, blossoms and bark of elm trees, maple sap from holes made by the sapsucker birds, which are woodpeckers that specifically eat the sap instead of insects.
Mm-mm. Hence, sapsuckers.
Also, this is the state bird of like 5 states.
Yeah,
Could you all pick different
it's
ones?
like the state bird.
It's this, northern mockingbirds, and eastern meadowlarks.
Well,
or western
and of
meadowlarks.
course, when your mom went to ISU, Reggie was like this, and now he's like, he's all tougher now.
okay.
But before he was like, "I like that."
So there's a second species of cardinal in North America. Guess what it's called?
The not red cardinal,
There's this.
Pyrrhuloxia.
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 Also, they have a really stout bent bill.
Mm.
And then the other species is the vermilion cardinal from Colombia and Venezuela.
Oh, nice hat.
Yeah. But yeah, so the species of cardinal are vermilion, northern, and which is also called desert cardinal.
Sinusitis. That's
the second one.
Sinatus. Cardinal.
Yeah, but also realize
Cardinalis
these are all the
sinatus.
same genus, so they're
Yeah,
all very
cardinal,
closely
yeah.
related. But this is cardinal. Yes, cardinal. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
Also, yeah, these have been
Oh yeah, and the females are more kind of
brown,
brown,
camouflage.
golden,
The
brownish. Yeah, the
while males are
camouflage.
red to
A
display.
little bit of red on them.
The beaks are red.
The beaks are red. But the males are, yeah.
The cardinal is named after cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church. I wish it was the other way around. That's just me.
Look though.
You have to press it. Oh, like my red microphone. Okay, I thought you were trying to make it squeal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all the new animals I
All right,
got.
that's all the new
It's
animals. A couple of
Christmas.
resources.
Yeah.
And live on air. Only one camera today. I was lazy.
Just trying to fly around with the bat. I don't think it's working. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this. That will cut out the one swear.
And we
word I
need
said.
to like one day build a nicer like actual set.
Yeah.
Because I just keep going. Okay, let's put this together and
Yeah.
record, and we don't
All right.
do it
Well,
fancy. So
bye,
anyway,
everybody.
all right, bye everybody.
We'll see you again for maybe more like themed weeks again.
Yeah. I will talk to
Yeah.
Summer and see if
Also,
she'll come
there's
to
a
the
lot
Africa
of
week.
Facebook posts. I've been taking a break, but a lot of the posts that I have made we haven't done yet.
Yeah, so we'll have to
get
look at those.
And I probably will still do posts on them, so these guys might reappear on the podcast. We'll have to see.
Cool. Oh, and well, I guess it's the game that's getting ready to come out is military, not animals.
Yeah.
So be watching for that because there's a game coming, but it's going to be the military one.
I do have animal games I do plan to work on.
Yeah, we haven't gotten those ready to package yet, but working on packaging for the military game.
Yeah.
So
And because I'm redoing my animal list again, I'll have to start redoing the animal game again.
yeah. All right. All right.
Okay.
Pino out.
Oh, I'm leaving. Goodbye.